What's up everyone, and welcome to another movie review. Now this week I didn't actually get to go and see a new release, but I do have a DVD recommendation. This DVD just came out on DVD and it's one of my favorite movies of the year so far, and that movie is Zootopia. Yes, I do have it on Blu-ray because, well, it's one of my favorite movies of the year. Lately it seems like Disney has been on a roll. Tangled was just fantastic. Then they had Frozen and then Wreck-It Ralph. And then Big Hero 6, like lately they've just been on a roll. And once again, Zootopia is a home run for Disney. Zootopia is everything you love about Disney and more. There's great characters, great voice work. Jason Bateman is so perfect as Nick Wilde the fox. Jason Bateman has this really sly kind of a voice, and it really goes well with the character that he's portraying. Jennifer Goodwin is really good as Judy Hopps, the main character, and Idris Elba is really great as the police chief. There's a lot of great in-jokes for Disney fans as well. I think I was the only one in the theater that actually laughed at the scene where the police chief is telling Judy Hopps to let it go, to let go of her dreams, an obvious nod to Frozen. I'm sure other people may have gotten it, but I feel like I was the only one in the theater that laughed at that. There's also another great scene where there's a character selling pirated copies of movies on the street, and they're all Disney movies, but with different names, and I thought that was really clever. Zootopia has a lot of really good, clever humor throughout. One of my favorite scenes takes place in the DMV, and of course, who do they get to run the DMV? Sloths. And I thought that was perfect, because everyone knows that the main joke of the DMV is you're waiting in line for hours, and having sloths be the DMV people was perfect. And I think that's one of the best scenes of the movie. It had me laughing throughout the entire scene. But the thing that makes Zootopia a home run once again for Disney is that it has a heart. The movie has a really good emotional core to it, and one that can teach a lot of lessons. Lessons of prejudice, lessons of racism. They're all addressed in this movie, and Disney does it in a way where almost anyone can understand it, even a little kid can understand it, and I think they do a really good job with it. There are some times where they kind of hit you over the head a little bit too much. There's a scene where a fox is trying to buy ice cream from an elephant, and the elephant says, "I don't serve ice cream to your kind." I think that scene kind of hits you over the head a little bit too much with its social commentary, but it doesn't do it too often, and I think they handle a lot of the social commentary really well. My one big negative with this movie, and it kind of is a big one for me because it seems like Disney has been doing this a lot lately, is it has another surprise villain. Lately, Disney has been kind of lazy when it comes to their villains. They really haven't had a great villain since, I think, Scar, and the movie just kind of has this main problem going on, and then the last 10 minutes they have a villain, and once again it's a surprise. You know, in Wreck-It Ralph we had the surprise villain, which I think Wreck-It Ralph handled it really well, and I think they built it up really well to the surprise villain. But if you look back at their latest movies, Disney has been doing it for the past few years. They did it with Wreck-It Ralph, they did it with Frozen, they did it with Big Hero 6, and once again they're doing it with Zootopia. For me, it's kind of getting old. I want to see a really good villain once again. I want to see another Scar. And Disney has been lazy with their villains, and I don't want a surprise villain anymore. I want a villain throughout the movie. And so that's my main negative with Zootopia, is its villain is once again a surprise, and because Disney has been doing it again and again and again, it's feeling old, and it's just not that interesting to me anymore. But other than that, Zootopia is a really great time. I think kids of all ages can enjoy it. I think even adults can enjoy it. There's a lot of great jokes for adults. So if you haven't seen Zootopia, I would definitely recommend checking it out. So if you have seen Zootopia, what did you think? Comment below and let me know. And if you want to see more videos, just hit subscribe and you can see even more videos.
Change starts with you.
We gotta go.
Whose car is it?
The most feared crime boss, Mr. Big. Dog.